and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Toronto Blue Jays. Luke Schaube alongside Chris Singleton. And Siggy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today.
Yeah, these guys are really firing on all cylinders right now. And to me, the important thing is that they're doing the little things well. They're not just relying on home runs or big plays every game. They're playing good situational baseball, executing in key areas, and that's how you string together wins. So we'll see if they continue that in this one.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. On the hill here today, Chris Bassett. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Here comes a pitch. Missed inside with the curve.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one high in the air to left center. Makes the catch for the out. And let's take a look at the lineup. One of the more high-powered lineups in the game right now. It's built to do damage, and they got some guys that can punish the baseball, Chris.
So fun to watch these guys take their at-bats. I mean, they're so disciplined, don't give not just at-bats away, but really pitches away. Very aggressive, competitive in the zone, and when they connect, there's usually some loud noise to it, so we'll keep our ears open today.
Andrew McCutcheon stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
On the ground. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. Just off the outside corner. And the count 1-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Kicks and deals. Outside. Ball 2.
2-2.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Kiermaier calls it in, 2 away. Brian Reynolds here.
Number 10, Brian Reynolds.
This one in the air, center field. Has this one sized up. And that is that. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back now in Toronto. And today's starter, Johan Oviedo. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Kevin Kiermaier.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, you know, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Bounce to the left side. Fires to first on the run. That takes care of Kiner-Falefa.
Batting third, the shortstop.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. And the
That's the
first
ball.
pitch misses for ball one.
1-0.
2 out, space is empty.
Down
Next
low.
offering is downstairs. And that one fouled off.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Two outs. Fights it off. You'll see another. Two down. Line drive, and it stays fair. And that rolls into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And in scoring position with 2 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will hit next.
Ball.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball.
The strategy
No
of
strike.
winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps
ball,
later
1
on.
strike.
So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. And Guerrero is set down. That is the inning. 1 left for Toronto. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. Here's O'Neal Cruz. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. First pitch misses.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And now 2-1 after that missed inside. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he
2
did.
ball. 2 strikes.
That one off the mark, and that's ball 3. And a pitch. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Ji-Hwan Bae, the next Pirate to hit. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. That's in for a strike. Cruz on at first, nobody out. High fly ball out to left field. Varsho moving under it. Drops into the glove. And there's one down.
That is it. The first baseman, number 2.
Up next for the Pirates, Connor Joe went deep in the ball game last night. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Second inning here, no score. Next offering is in for a strike. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
2 strikes.
The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. In the air, left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Got him. And that is that. Pirates lead 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Danny Jansen to hit here. Oviedo back to work. Ball 1 there. Just missed. Kicks and fires. That's inside. And it's 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. There's a strike. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. Got him looking. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
The Uncle Charlie boo kept it up his sleeve the entire bat until the 6th pitch. Snapped it off, dropped it in there, and just frozen.
What's with the Uncle Charlie nickname? I mean, people use it all the time. Doesn't feel like it's common knowledge as to why.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like something we could find on the interweb, though.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But why not like Uncle Carl or something like that? Uncle Curly.
Uncle Boo.
Well, but then what would it be? A breaking ball? And it'll bring up Justin Turner.
1 strike.
1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Righty delivers. Up the middle. Gonzalez whips it to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 7, the right fielder, Joe.
Here's George Springer.
Springer was part of a really good draft class in 2011, Boo. 12 of the top 20 picks became MLB All-Stars. Few position players went ahead of Springer in that draft, including Anthony Rendon going 6th, and then Frankie Lindor and Javi Baez went back-to-back with picks 8 and 9.
And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
He was all over that one. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So 2 down, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. First pitch, and he just misses.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. The Jays with a chance to score first. Bottom half of inning number 2.
1-2.
Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. They get the out, and that'll do it. Blue Jays held in check. We'll move to the third with no score.
Yes, never stop me from being a good wager. I get respect from observers, no public.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And here is Henry Davis. And the right-hander back to work. Davis measures 6 feet even, 210 pounds. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. Next pitch is outside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 strike.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to Guerrero. 1 up, 1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Right through there for a strike. Top of the third, no score. And the next pitch is way outside. And there's a strike. Foul ball still, 1-2 count. Right-hander kicks, deals. Fights that one away, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a pitch. Off the mark there. And it's 2-2.
It's a good take.
That one misses. Ball 3.
Full count.
And the right-hander deals. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. So the Pirates batting order turns over. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Hayes. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball left side. Nice stop. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Number 36 coming into the game now is the injury replacement.
Number 36.
Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
The right fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
First pitch, not close. Runner at second, 2 down. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a curve misses outside. Grounder off the pitcher. And they get the out after the ricochet. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. So 1 left for Pittsburgh. And we are still scoreless. Bottom of the inning. Cataviggio to the plate.
Second baseman.
The pitch. And there's a foul ball. Strike two.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That's a foul ball.
0-2 now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That's down and in. In the air, right field. McCutchen has it sized up. Squeezes it. And there's one away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Fly to left his first time. Kiermaier checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. And that one pulled foul. The wind and the pitch. On the ground to third. On the run, sends it over to first.
He's out.
Out. Number 2. Down the third baseman, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. That's in there. It's 0-1. And a pitch. Ball one low.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
And here it comes. That clips the zone. Now 1-2. Righty to the plate. In the air out to center. Brings it in. And that's the inning. On to the fourth. Still scoreless.
I'm in it to win. Done it before, so you know it ain't nothing to do with it again. Part of a champion, I know that my legacy about to begin.
Back now in Toronto. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Ryan Reynolds. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
And that one
off the
just
plate.
missed off the outside edge. And that's off the inside edge. And now 3 in a row. The wind of the pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter, O'Neal Cruz. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Makes the grab, 1 away. Pitching change here, Mitch White.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ji-Hwan Bae. Up and in, and it's 1-0.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And a foul ball. The 1-1. That's hard hit on the line. Kershaw puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
The first baseman, number 2, Connor Joe.
So digging in, Connor Joe. Swing and a foul straight back. 4th inning underway, no score. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. To third. Over to Biggio. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. No score. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Oviedo back to work. That's in there. Strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that's down and away. The pitch. And that one wrapped foul. Sit down on strikes. Frozen with the heater at the knees.
Set him down on strikes on just 4 pitches that time, and this was just classic east-west pitching, Boo, and that's not as common these days. They went in, away, in, and then back away for the called 3rd strike, and that kind of pitching makes it tough on you as a hitter to know where to look, especially with 2 strikes.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Slider clips the corner.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one missed. him swinging.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Danny Jansen next up for the Blue Jays. His first at bat was a strikeout. Misses inside, and that's ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, no strike.
The wind to kick the 2-0. All tied up here in the second game of the series. Next offering is in for a strike. Nobody on. Pitch misses, and it's 3-2. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
I don't think you really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Turner climbs in on that right side. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and that gets down for a base hit. Just kind of slice that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. And that's downstairs and outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And another ball. That'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
2 outs, bases full. Next to hit, Dalton Varsho. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
The pitch. That one misses, and now 3-0.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer on it.
Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. And a 3-1 on the way. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Obviously, we're in a pretty great spot to take the lead right there with the bases loaded. And I'll say that was a good, patient at bat to draw the walk. And you know what? It still counts as an RBI.
Sliced hard but foul. 2 outs. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Base hit. Run is in. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark and he scores.
A swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. All he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So up next for Toronto, Kevin Kiermaier. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We played 4. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Pirates nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, and here is Jack Sawinski. And a pitch. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a leadoff double for their first hit of the game.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Up next for the Pirates, Henry Davis. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that's in there at the knees.
You know, these Pirates just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Man at second. Wouldn't chase that time. Pirates trailing by 3. We're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Jansen on to first. 1 away here in the 5th. No advance. Good job behind the dish. So up next, Nick Gonzalez. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1 out and a runner at second. On the inside corner for a strike. Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
That one ripped, and there's a hit. Into third now, so runners at the corners and 1 out.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Gets the call. And it's 0-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Next offering way off the plate. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Sawinski, the runner at third. Gonzalez over at first with 1 away. And another ball. Up the middle, dive, and he's got it. Bichette tossed to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Pirates nothing. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the number 2 hitter, number 36. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That's whipped. Base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and nipped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Next offering is in for a strike.
The beauty of his skill set as a pitcher is the breaking of stuff doesn't go away when he's tired. I mean, his pitches always seem to have life. Just doesn't matter if it's early or late. He doesn't make it easy for the batter.
On the mound now for the Pirates, Bailey Falter.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and we need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And a pitch. Ripped on a line. He's got it.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. He's in there.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results there. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Jansen stands in now and watches strike one. That misses, and that's ball one.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. So now Turner in on that right side. One home run shy of 200 for his career. Inside corner for a strike, 0-1. The Blue Jays trying to break this one open. Last half of inning number 5.
One strike.
On the ground to the left. They take the force out, inning over. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they lead it 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Andrew McCutchen. Here comes a pitch. On the ground, and that's just foul. McCutchen measures 5 feet 10 inches, 37 years young. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Hit hard, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make a play. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Brian Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. There's a strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
In the air to left center. Varsho after it. He's got it. And there's one down. O'Neal Cruz now at the plate. Swings through that.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Next pitch is downstairs. The Pirates trailing by 3, and we're the top half of the 6th. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. His 9th homer of the year. It's 3-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. He's got a real hard fastball. You can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Ji-Hwan Bae, the next Pirate to hit. And that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The first baseman, number 2.
Connor Joe, the next Pirate to hit. Joe having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Strike one.
0-1.
And the righty deals.
No. 1-1.
Plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Bae, the base runner at first with one out. Next pitch off the plate. And that's ball 2.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
The count 2-1. This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-3. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
New pitcher now for the Jays, Zach Pop.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One down. Jack Sawinski, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 2. Hot shot to third. Throws to first in time.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the catcher, Henry Davis.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Henry Davis. In the air, right field, and that is Springer. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-3 ball game. This is Pirates baseball on the show Pittsburgh. Bottom of the 6th inning. And now the right fielder, George Springer.
Well, Springer always grades well with his bat. He's been incredibly consistent at the plate in his career.
The wind of the pitch. And fouled off.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Now it's belted deep to left, way out of here. Home run. He powers that one out of here. His 7th home run of the season, and we have a tie ball game. It's 4-4. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. He's like BP all over again.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. And that one hammered. Could be extra bases. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Wastes no time there. Got a good pitch to drive. Stayed short with his back path to the ball, and got it out front. And he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Biggio in the box now. Takes strike one. Go-ahead run at second here in the bottom of the sixth. And a swing and a miss.
Pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
In the air out towards right center. Could be extra bases. One comes in from second, and it's now 5-4. And he's got a double.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And now Kevin Kiermaier. And that one fouled off. Biggio stands at second with no outs. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. That's inside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Really not a pitch you want to swing at if you don't have to, because it's almost impossible to hit anything that far inside with any type of authority. That will tie him up, but still able to guide it into the outfield somehow.
Here's the third baseman. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Nobody out, runner at first. And it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
All over that one right there. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say,
the new pitcher in the game, Jose Hernandez.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Bichette stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That misses the zone, and the count is 2-0.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
On the corner for a strike. No outs, runners at first and second. That misses, and the count's full. Good job to fight that one off. Payoff pitch. And that one ripped to left. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. And that rolls into the corner. 1 run across. Now 2 runs score. And they lead by 4.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Swing and a ball popped up. Joe has a beat on it. And out number 1 on the grab.
The catcher, number 9.
And now it's going to be Danny Jansen. Right through there for a strike.
No ball.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. That's a little bit high. And the count 1-2. And he deals. And down on strikes. That's the second out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here's Justin Turner.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Man on second, 2 down. Fastball in for a strike, 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And now the lefty. Foul ball still 0-2. 2 outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a...
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Fires it to the plate. Not in time, he scores. And the lead is up to 5.
It's a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
2 outs, runner at first. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. Just off the inside edge. Turner off of first with 2 away. And a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
1-0.
Just missed.
2-0 to count.
At the belt and fires. And
Ball,
a good eye there.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
That's a strike. And now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Lifted in the air, right center field. McCutchen after it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. We're through 6 full. Jays 9 and the Buccos 4. Inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. The pitch. They say you win.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And they'll do it again.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
And a pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Brian Hayes, the next Pirate to hit.
Brian Hayes.
First pitch misses.
1 ball.
Bases
no
empty,
strike.
1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, right fielder, Andrew.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now the number 2 hitter, Andrew McCutchen, 1 for 3. And ball one.
1-0.
The 1-0.
Ball.
And another ball. Wouldn't chase that time. The Jays leading by 5 here in the second game of the series. This one smoked out to left. Varsho makes the grab. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Reynolds stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Two outs. Foul ball. That's a little bit low. Downtime called at the plate. Hayes off of first with 2 away. Right-handed reliever. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, O'Neal Cruz. There's the strike. Two on, 2 outs. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Left-hand batter waits. Starting to go after it. Now we'll look down to third. No swing. That to right. Springer drifts towards it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Pirates strand a couple. They trail it here 9-4. Bottom of the 7th. And now for the Jays, Kevin Biggio. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand hitter waits. That one the other way. That's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Throws to first in time, and one away in the bottom of the 7th. Number 36 in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended.
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's 10-4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find the ball and get you a knock.
Bichette in the box here lets that one go for a ball. That missed by a lot, and it's 2-0. On the ground to third, Hayes tosses to first, and Bichette is retired. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Right through there for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Misses off the inside, and a count even 1-1. Man at second. Hard hit right side. Gonzalez to first in time. They limit the damage here. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Buccos 4. Back now in Toronto, ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the DH, Ji-Hwan Bae. The right-hander back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Movement in the bullpen. Tim Meza appears to be getting loose. Richards getting loose as well. Right-hander kicks, deals. He swings and fouls one off. Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The punch out there, and there's one down. And here's the first baseman, Connor Joe. He's already homered here in this one. Way inside, and that hit him.
I don't care what some players might say. Nobody likes getting hit by a pitch unless you're in an 0-2 count and there's a knuckleballer out there on the mound.
Man at first, Jack Sawinski, the next to hit. Grounder might be 2. Biggio, the underhand flip over to Bichette. Throw to first, safe. Here's the catcher to hit, Henry Davis. On a line, base hit. To third. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Trevor Richards into the game.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Now a chance for Nick Gonzalez. Bounce to the left side, and it goes just foul. The pitch. Fought off foul. kicks and deals. Swing and a bouncer. They get the force. That's out number 3.
Yeah. Who that in the whip?
On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Danny Jansen.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Hernandez back to work.
No, outside.
And that's outside. And another ball. Aroldis Chapman comes in to take over.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
And there's a ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Swung on, belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. That one is inside ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to is just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Turner in the box now. No balls and a strike. Chapman, known as a guy with pretty lights out type stuff. Gets a piece and stays alive. The Blue Jays up big in this one here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Davis makes the grab, 1 down. And the batter is George Springer.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Chapman, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a 2-seamer, and occasionally works in a splitter. Kicks and fires. This to third, Hayes. Good feed, that's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. So they make short work of him there. Through 8 full, it's the Blue Jays 10 and the Buccos 4.
Things change, realize the fame games that are mine. You plain Jane's gotta find a new lane for the drive. Hey, word to Nas, I'm shooting for the stars. Unlabeled with them bars, win against all odds.
Set to start the 9th in this one. Now the third baseman, Brian Hayes. And here comes. Ball 1 there. Activity in the bullpen. Tim Mesa up and loosening in the pen. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Now it's going to be Andrew McCutchen. And first offering is fouled off. Righty delivers. Started to swing, held up.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Now the left fielder, Brian Reynolds. And first offering is fouled off. Romano in his 5th season, 30 years old now, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Breaking ball inside, and 1-1. Hayes leads off first with 1 away. And the right-hander deals. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring.
On the ground to first. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, there was no letdown after they got to 10 wins. Came out today, pushed it to 11. The opposition looks disgusted from the other side of the field. They respect the talent that's over there, but they also think that this is a lucky team. Well, that's the thing about baseball. You've got to be good and you've got to be lucky. Right now, they're clicking on all cylinders, and they're just going to ride it as long as it'll last.
10-4 is how it ends. Roger Dodger, ground beef control. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
First for the victorious Blues, 10 runs on 16 hits. No errors. They let 10 runs on base. For the Pirates, 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They let 10 runs on base. Time of the ball, 3 hours and 36 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to play right on the station.